If you're facing foreclosure, it can be a scary and overwhelming process. Here's a few things that will help you navigate this process and understand what you can do to prevent it. First, I'll explain there are two types of foreclosure. One is called a judicial foreclosure, and one is non-judicial. If you have a traditional mortgage, you're likely going to be subject to what's called a non-judicial foreclosure. That means they don't have to go ask a judge to get relief to sell your house. They can do it just by sending you paperwork. When a foreclosure is pending, you are going to start getting a lot of notices in the mail. They can be really hard to understand, so I'm going to break those down for you. The first letter will likely come from your mortgage company, and it's called a demand letter. This is letting you know that you're in breach of contract with the mortgage company because payments haven't been made. After about 30 days, you'll receive a fair debt letter. That will come either from the mortgage company or from one of their attorneys. This letter is going to have how much debt that you owe, and you'll have about 30 days to dispute this debt if you don't think that the amount listed is correct. The final notice that you receive is a notice of default and intent to sell. This is your red flag warning a sale is coming. Now, they do have to give you 60 days notice, but 60 days isn't much time. So if you receive one of these notices in the mail, you've got to start paying real attention to it and think about what options are available. Sometimes you will have the money to catch up your mortgage, but that doesn't mean that the foreclosure sale will stop. We have had clients with cash in hand, ready to hand it to the mortgage holder, and they would not accept that money. Instead, we moved forward with a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, and that was able to save that home. Once a foreclosure sale happens, it's too late. At that point, a Chapter 13 bankruptcy is not going to help you get your house back. So it's really important throughout the process, when you're receiving these notices and you know that you're behind, you have a very, very strict deadline, and that's when the foreclosure sale is scheduled. After a foreclosure sale occurs, you can still owe money to your mortgage company if the sale price doesn't cover the total amount of the mortgage and the fees and the legal costs associated with that sale. If you don't get enough from the foreclosure, there's what's called a deficiency balance, and that means you still owe the mortgage company even though you don't have the house. If that deficiency judgment is what comes out of the foreclosure sale, you do still have options. That debt becomes what we call unsecured, meaning it's just attached to you as a person. It's no longer associated with the house. If you have a deficiency judgment, one of the things that can help make it go away is bankruptcy. This information is just a brief overview of the foreclosure process and what can happen. If you find yourself in this situation, don't feel like you have to wait to contact us. It's so much easier to have WH Law by your side to help navigate you through this Chapter 13 process and prevent a foreclosure of your home.